Hey, in today's video, I'm going to tell you exactly how I hacked college and earned an entire bachelor's degree in just 9 months on accident.
Hi, I'm Ryan Swayt, and I used to be a two-time college dropout, making just $12 an hour. Then I learned how to hack college and earned an entire bachelor's degree in 9 months flat. Subscribe to my channel, and I'll show you how.
Alright, if you're new to the channel, if you've never seen any of my videos, I earned a bachelor's degree in just 9 months, but this happened after dropping out of college twice, taking the traditional path and trying to sit in classrooms and things like that. I was a terrible student, but I got lucky and I accidentally found a better way. I'm going to jump straight over to my computer screen. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. So when you enroll in college, you'll have a guidance counselor or a student mentor or something like that. They're going to sit down with you and help you map out what you're going to study and when you're going to study each subject. Okay. And this is kind of what it looks like. They're going to say, okay, you've got fall, spring, summer semester in year 1, year 2, year 3, and year 4. And a little secret, most people actually take 5 to 6 years to graduate, but the college is going to help you lay it out and plan out what you're going to study and when you're going to study it. They're going to say, okay, you're going to take English Composition 101 and Math Algebra 1 and Science something and whatever, right? They're going to tell you, all right, semester 1, we're going to pick 4 classes, and semester 2, we're going to pick 4 classes. And, oh, you want to skip summer semester? Next year, you're going to take 5 classes in this semester and 4 in this one. And this summer semester, you're going to take 2 classes or whatever, right? They literally help you map out the process. And a little secret, most students that lay out their process with a guidance counselor, each student's schedule looks very, very similar to literally all the other students. Most students take an English class and a math class in their first semester. Basically, your first 2 years or so are going to mimic 90% of the other students. That's how the college has it structured. And you're going to take this class here and this class there, and they've got it all mapped out for you, right? Now, once you show up to class, you're going to have a syllabus or like a class calendar, okay? And your teacher literally is going to have mapped out what you're going to study in the class and when you're going to study it and when your assignments are due and all that stuff. So as you can see here, this is an example of like a shortened 8-week semester. Most semesters are actually like 3 or 4 months, but I think you'll get the point as I walk you through this, okay? They're going to say, okay, in Tuesday's class, we're going to have a full introduction to the class, and the teacher's going to hand you a book that you need to read for the class. This is for an English class, by the way. The teacher's going to hand you a book and tell you have to read it by this specific date or whatever. And then Thursday's class, I'm going to teach you how to write a journal entry. And then every week you're going to write a new journal entry and turn it in, and that's going to be your homework assignment. And we're going to do this special workshop in this class, and you're going to do, you have to be finished with your reading by this class, and you've got a quiz here and an essay due here, and we've got a practice test on this day, and it's all mapped out, right? The teacher has planned out what you're going to study and when you're going to study it. It's literally you are following someone else's laid out plan for you to earn a college degree. Now, getting to how I hacked college on accident, okay? I was enrolled in college for the 3rd time. I had previously dropped out twice. And I enrolled in the 3rd time, for the 3rd time, and my student counselor, my guidance counselor helped me map out what classes I'm going to take for the first semester. And then I showed up to my first class and my second class and my third class, and the teachers had everything mapped out just like this. Now, luckily, I happened to be enrolled in a college that actually allows you to test out of your classes. So if you can pass the final test, you can skip the class completely and move to the next class and you get credit for the class. Hope that makes sense. There are actually a lot of colleges that allow you to test out of your classes. Hundreds of colleges across the country allow you to test out of classes. They don't advertise this though, because if you test out of all your classes, you graduate faster and you don't have to pay as much tuition and the college doesn't make as much money, and that's not part of their financial plan to help students graduate faster because they'll lose money. So they don't advertise this, okay? But luckily, I was enrolled in a college that lets you test out of classes. Now, when I showed up to class, I was doing school online this time. My third attempt at college was online. I showed up to my digital classrooms and things like that and started meeting teachers, and they've had everything mapped out for me. Okay. And I very, very quickly realized that I cannot do this for 4 years. I can't. I had a wife and kids, and I worked a full-time job. I literally did not have time to follow this mapped out plan for me for the next 4 years that's going to consume all of my free time. I just didn't. Okay. So I was heavily considering dropping out again for the third time. And if I had dropped out for that third time, I never would have gone back to college. I just would never have had a college degree, right? But I decided, you know what? I can't do this for 4 years. But I found out the college allows me to test out of classes. So I decided, you know what? I'm just not going to follow this laid out plan that I've just showed you on my screen, okay? I'm not going to take the classes when you tell me to take the classes, and I'm not going to do every homework assignment you want me to do, and I'm not going to write every essay you want me to do. I'm just going to skip everything. I'm just going to try to study on my own for these tests, and I'm going to take these tests and see if I can manage that, okay? Well, the first class I took was a math class, and I am just not good at math. I've never been good at math. And in high school, I actually graduated high school with minimum math requirements. Like, I don't even know if I took my Algebra 2 class. Just minimum math requirements in high school. Well, I found out what I needed to study, and I studied, and I realized, you know what? As an adult, as a grown-up, not a high school kid, it's actually easier to study because I actually have some incentive. If I don't pass these classes, I'm going to lose money and I'm not going to get a degree, and it's not going to help my future. So I actually had some discipline and sat down and studied. And a week and a half later, I took my math test and I passed, okay? A week. So instead of 4 months in a math class, I passed it in a week and a half. And I'm bad at math, okay? I moved on and I said, you know what? I'm in math mode, so I'm going to take another math class, which happened to be my last math class. Okay. I studied. A week and a half later, I passed that math test. Okay. So I literally in 3 weeks was finished with math literally for the rest of my life, like done with all my math classes. Okay. And I thought, you know what? I'm onto something here. Like, I'm just going to keep going. And I kept coming up with new strategies and finding new ways to graduate or to study faster and how to find out what's going to be on each test. And I got faster and faster and faster. 7 months later, I was already in my senior year. And 2 months after that, I had graduated. Okay. The fastest I ever completed a class was about 4 hours. 4 hours instead of a 4-month class. 4 hours, take the test, pass the test, done with the class forever. It was kind of a whirlwind. I went from about to drop out to 9 months later, literally being done with college. And I know a lot of people have tried to test out of their classes and they don't really know how to do it because the college doesn't help us and they don't show us how to do this. Because if we graduate faster, they make less money. So they're not going to show us how to do this, right? So basically, I started helping family and friends do this same thing, and it worked for them. So I started sharing with random strangers. I'd have strangers call me on the phone and say, hey, I'm friends with a friend of yours. Can you help me graduate faster? And I realized, you know what? I have to share this with the world. And that's when I started sharing this process that I call degree hacking. Okay. I started sharing that online. And reality is, I learned this by accident. I learned this because I was about to drop out for the third time and just completely give up my dream of having a college degree. Since I've graduated, my life is so much easier. I never had enough money. I made literally like $12 an hour. And I just always struggled to give my family the life I felt like they deserved. Since having my degree, I turned down jobs. I've had to turn down opportunities because I qualify for much better opportunities. And life is just so much easier, and my family doesn't have all the stresses we used to have. And I credit all of that to me getting my college degree in that short amount of time. Because if I wasn't able to do that, there is no way I would have ever graduated. That was me. That was my situation. I wasn't a good student, but I found a better way. Now, I now share this process with other people. I've got a free video that you can watch if you go to diplomasecrets.com, I stand at that whiteboard right there, and I literally can map out the exact process that I followed to earn my degree in just 9 months. If you'd like to learn how to do that, I'll leave the link below, or you can go to diplomasecrets.com. So yeah, scroll down, look at the description, read the description. I'll leave a link there, or go to diplomasecrets.com, and you can watch a video for free where I literally walk you through the process. This process, me earning my degree that fast, changed my life. And my hope is that it can change your life too. You're welcome to go watch that video if you want to learn more. It's free. And I hope the process helps you as much as it's helped me. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope it opened some new doors in your mind, thinking, you know what, there is a better way or another way to graduate college. I discovered it by accident, and now I'm going to try to share it with the world. So I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you in the next video.